All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call I'm La Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, the bonus to the Apostle Great Millstone, and peace, salutations to the elect. All right, because we still give double honors to our teachers, that taught us, as it says in Sirach 5, and you start the ninth verse, read on down. So the 12 verse, it say, remain the same in thy word. So when we came into this thing, who you taught this word by. But I want to go into the lesson real quick. And I just want to touch on the spiritual aspect of the brotherhood between Israel and Judah. All right, because I was watching this one, which, by the way, the scriptures say, "Be as a little child." Right? When you come back to the truth, you're supposed to have the mindset of a child and understand and be men, but and wickedness and evil be your children, right? And malice be your children. So yesterday I was just chilling, man. I was just got spent some time with my mom. I was like, Netflix they had put the Mario and Luigi movies. So I was like, let's watch it, because she likes stuff like that. She like animated movies and shit. So we, brought me back to my childhood. And I was watching the Mario and Luigi movie, and the Mario Luigi movie. It was very spiritual. Hey, you don't have to watch a movie that has sex and ass and drugs and for it to be a good movie. That was a good movie, man. And it had a lot of good messages. It had a lot of positive stuff for the. But the thing I took away most from the movie was the freaking the love that Mario and Luigi had for each other, man. And the way that what I'm saying, he was always looking out for Luigi, and it was spiritual. But at the end, they defeated the enemy Bowser because he wanted to take Princess Peach for himself. He wanted to, but one of the things that they said at the end, is spiritual. They powered up with the superpowers. They got the superpowers, and they was all like, they basically got like new bodies and shit. That was spiritual, and they jumped up in the air and shit, and they both came down. That's where you get the picture of the. That's where I got the picture from. They both jumped up together, and they were like, together we can't. What did they say? They were like, they said together. As long as we're together, we nothing could defeat us. Something like that. Nothing can take us. Nothing can hurt us. Nothing can hurt us, right? As long as we're together, right? And I took it because I look at everything through the spirit. That's how we watch a movie and whatever. You just look at it through the spirit, man. And it was spiritual, man. It was like the brotherhood between Israel and Judah. It was basically symbolic of what the movie was really all about. It was really about the relationship between Mario and Luigi, but they jumped up in the air and together they was able to defeat fucking Bowser, but by themselves they couldn't, and that's I extrapolated to the truth, because like Mario told Luigi, man, as long as we're together, nothing can hurt us, man, and as long as the brotherhood of Israel and Judah is strengthened back together, we can't be defeated. We can't lose, So when Mario and Luigi combined their forces, they was able to defeat, any type of threat, any type of enemy, So it's all spiritual, man. And it was a beautiful movie, You got kids, bro. I recommend watching that shit, That shit was spirit, it was a good movie. It was a good watch, Some clean entertainment for once, A movie where there's no moles, where they don't have any weird type of agendas, And that's why Hollywood is falling apart, because all these movies that you see in Hollywood, they're all like that. They all have this sick demonic undertone under it. Everything's about feminism. That's why nobody watched the damn Captain Marvel movie. Because niggas are tired of watching this shit. They're tired of watching their favorite superheroes and their favorite characters turn into some political agenda for the elites. They just go there to try to see a good proper film. But anyways, it's the message. It's the It's the little things, man. The little things is what matters. And um, yeah, the I just took that, and used it to make this lesson, because matter of fact, let me just read this here. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. It says, their Redeemer is strong, the Lord of hosts is his name, and he shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon." So, they that took them captive refused to let them go, right? Children of Judah and the children of Israel, which are the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. But once these nations are these two nations, right, these two kingdoms are brought back together, nothing can hurt us, nothing can defeat us. All right, nothing shall by any means hurt you, because when the Lord see the unity of the tribes once again, He's well pleased, and He's happy. Not this fake ass unity of the world where niggas get together and they not this fake ass unity where they get together and they all believe different shit. Now, when we all come under the one faith, one baptism, which is which is ultimately the kingdom of heaven coming down here on the earth, and Ezekiel 37, which is playing out, the two sticks being joined together in one hand, which is the 12 tribes chart that we out there pushing, what I'm saying, to our people. And when they see themselves on that sign, they get inspired, they get they get rejuvenated, which the word rejuvenated means to bring back to youth, bring back to life, right? All right, because when you're young, you're full of life, and this truth makes you young again. This truth makes you young again. It does. The truth for the Most High, how about Shai, makes you young. It keeps you young. I mean, look at the elder apostles. Look at the elder apostles. They still have the spirit of like young men on them. They still have the spirit of young men. They have the spirit of brothers our age. They still have the spirit because of this truth. The truth keeps them young. The spirit of the Lord, it rejuvenates you. So Ezekiel 37:9. Then he said unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord of hosts, come forth from the four winds, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. The exceeding great army is the northern southern kingdom of Israel. Stand on their feet, calling upon the holy ones of Israel, all right? But the only ones that's going to make it are the elect, all right? But like Luigi and Mario has said, man, as long as we're together, nothing can hurt us, right? So as long as the northern southern kingdom of Israel is joined on to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, nothing can hurt us, and we was able to defeat any wicked big enemy, like when you look at the Mario movie, Mario was feeble and Luigi was feeble. What they had heart, and they believed in each other, man. Even though the world was tearing them down, and it's a kids movie, it's a kids movie, and you might, it's just hey, but the message, the underlying message, it says in Sirach 5:15, be not ignorant in a small matter or great, right? Here it is. There's always something to be learned in everything you watch or see or do, So when you watch things, you look at it with a spiritual eye, man. And in that one scene, I was thinking about Judah and Israel. I was thinking about, in that scene where they jumped up and beat up Bowser and shit, and they came together, and they had like the superpowers together, But while they were separate, they didn't have that. They didn't have the fucking power and the strength. This is why the Lord told you love your brother as yourself, right? Because you niggas, you fight each other, and you have a proper enemy in front of you, which is the white man, the so-called white man. the Edomite, and you got these other nations too, you know. But y'all fighting each other, y'all killing each other, y'all, you know, you talking shit, slandering each other, and all this different stuff, you know. When you have a real enemy, which is this white man, this devil, you know, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places, right? That's the battle that we're fighting. But here it is, you niggas are fighting yourselves. You're making this captivity harder than it should be. All right, because you got to fight your own fucking people. You should be able to depend on your own people, right? Look at these other nations, right? These other nations, they come to America and they're taken care of by their own people. The Chinese, the Elamites, you know, over there from the land of India, you know, Ishmael, so-called Arabs. They come here and they're taken care of. They already got a job at the Quickie Mart. They already got a loan set up. They already got apartments. They already got a house to stay at. You Jakes, you come here, man. You're fighting you're all fighting to get that one job at McDonald's, you know, or you all fighting to get that one job with the cleaning company, you know. Y'all doing all kind of dirt to each other. And here it is, the true enemy is laughing, sitting back, laughing and saying, ha ha, we have the ancient high places in our possession. Ezekiel 36:1. All right, that's what he's saying. He's saying, look, man, we got the ancient high places in our possession. You niggas belong to us, and y'all fighting each other. Y'all selling each other dope. Y'all killing each other. Y'all worshiping my God, Jesus Christ. You're worshiping my religions, my way of life. You know, and you're not even keeping your own customs. That's why the scriptures say, envy not thou oppressor and choose none of his ways. You know, and Proverbs 3:31. So here it is. Our people, when they learn to love each other again, when they learn to call upon the names of their true power and sincerity and truth, nothing can by any means hurt us, you know. But like Luigi and Mario said, man, you know, which this is why when you come into the truth, you got to be reborn as a little child again, so you can have that clean, innocent mindset that you used to have, you know, so that the Lord could work with you. All right, because when you proud and high-minded, that's why the Lord said, receive one of these little children that believe in me. You know, when you a fucking nigga and you don't have you can't sit there and watch a kids movie. You know, you can't sit there and you know, because you know, once you nigga get old, they start thinking like, you know, you know, they just start, they forget that, you know, they start to like get too, you gotta remain a kid at heart, you know. That's why they say, you know, that's what they say when you go to Disney World, you still become a kid again. You're like a kid. Well, you have to have that damn youthful spirit in you, like that humble spirit, like a child has, you know, a humble spirit. The Lord said that nothing will hurt us, man. Luke 10 and verse 18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Behold, I give unto you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. You know, the Lord said nothing shall by any means hurt you, as long as you do what I say. You know, as long as you treat your brother right, as long as you worship the Most High Yahweh Shemashai in spirit and truth, as long as you don't call upon other gods for your salvation, as long as you don't eat pork, shrimp, and lobster, as long as you don't you know, worship the heathen, you know, and follow their ways, as long as you don't slander your brother privily, right? As long as you remain faithful to the Lord, nothing shall by any means hurt you. I will give you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. That's right. Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rejoice rather because your names are written in heaven. Rejoice because the Lord has chosen you, right? That's what it means. Your name is written in heaven. All right. So Israel and Judah, you know, the two kingdoms, you know, as long as they're correct with their God, nothing can hurt us, bro. Nothing could hurt us, man. Nothing could hurt us, man. Nothing can overcome us. Judas chapter 5 and verse 19. But now they are returned to their God and are come up from the places whither they were scattered and have possessed Jerusalem. Their sanctuary is where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. It says, now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up and we shall overcome them. Right. But as long as we're together, as long as the Lord receives us, you know, as long as we abide and we walk under the rule, the correct way, ask of the old paths, Jeremiah 6, right? Real quick. Ask at my mouth, ask at the old paths, the old ways, how we used to keep when Judah and Israel and Ephraim, right? We're one people, you know, under the time of King Solomon, you know, but after the death, they were split. You know, when the patriarch dies or when the ruler dies, there's always a split, you know. They're fighting for power. There's disunity. See, so ever since the death of our Lord, you know, of our King Solomon, you know, there's been none but disorder amongst the tribes, you know. Okay, but the Solomon, the first Adam, you know, he's gonna come back again to bring back that unity between these tribes, between the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, because even in this truth, you know, like Jake will look at you weird because you're light skinned, or you might look like a white man or whatever, or you might, you know, but your spirit bear witness that you're an Israelite, right? But even in this truth, you know, you got niggas like Fopi talking about, yo, the Israelites are not the Latinos not Israelites, and all this different nonsense, man. I mean, yesterday, them two Ephraimites came up there. One of them was dark skinned. Oh, and that's another reason why I had to do the lesson, because it's all spiritual. It's like all aligned. You know, the scripture say, "Force not the course of the river." It was all spiritual. You know, everything worked in accordance to the lesson, man. Yesterday, two Ephraimites came up. One of them was like my looking kind of like me, a little bit like same complexion or whatever. But the other dude, he was dark like his brother. You know, he was more dark. But they were both Ephraim, man. They were both spoke Spanish or whatever. And they were both inquiring of the word. They were both in the spirit of Ezekiel 37. They were both in the spirit of Ezekiel 37, because they came asking about the 12 tribes chart. And when we told them they was Ephraimites, they received the names of the Lord. And, you know, they was receptive to the truth, you know, whether or not they get it. Because one of the dudes had his pants on backwards and shit. It was, you know, whatever. That's how Jake is in this world. You know, they're on drugs and stuff. But that's why you got to be out there to give them the truth, you know. And you know, you could see their eyes brighten up, and they was calling on those names, and you know, and you could see the activation in them, you know. So he said, Ezekiel 37:11, you know. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, these are our bones which are dried up. Our hope is lost, and we are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O my people, I will open up your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves out of, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. And you shall put my spirit in you, and you shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall you know that I, the Lord Yahweh shall have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord of hosts. It says, verse 15, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write it upon for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions, right? Which is the 12 tribes chart that these brothers was inquiring about, you know, when they came up there. That's why it's so important for you to have the 12 tribes chart, you know, because it's like bait. You out there fishing and you bait Jake with the 12 tribes chart. Then they start questioning stuff, and then, you know, then the edification comes in, you know. But That's part of the fishing process. You got to have the to fish. What do you got to have the hook. You got to have the stick. You got to have a boat. You got to go out there with the bait, and tackle, as they say. So you gotta have something to reel in the fish. So part of that is us. Part of that is the 12 tribes chart. Part of that is the word we speaking. So all of that reels in the fish, if you will. Which are the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect are the fish, which the hopeful elect are, the Israelites, not the other fucking nations. The other nations have nothing to do with the election, pursuant to what these clowns are talking about. These they leave the truth and they go and they try to bring in all the nations, like a Christian. Showing you that if you leave this thing, you're gonna turn into a damn Christian or a bug out, or So it says, verse 17, Ezekiel 16 still. Take thee one stick and write it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. So Ephraim and his companions, which are, you got Manasseh, you got Zebulun, you got Asher, you got Naphtali. These are northern kingdom tribes. Those are the companions. You got Gad, Reuben, Simeon. All right. Then take another stick and write on it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, for all the house of Israel and his companions, and join them together in one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, will thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Yeah, that's what Jake was asking, man. That's what the brothers were asking when they came up there. What does this mean? Oh yeah, y'all are Ephraim. Y'all come from the tribes. You're not Negroes. You're not Latinos. All right. And when a man understands his true nationality, it's like a superpower. It's like a superpower. It's like the charge up that Mario and Luigi got. So when you receive this truth, it's like it's like that charge up, and you're able to defeat Bowser's ass, man. You're able to defeat the white man. The white man represented Bowser in the movie. In the movie, was it Bowser or King? Yeah, I think it was Bowser. The big the turtle, the big turtle that breathes out fire. Yeah, man. So they were able to defeat him through the superpower that was their brotherhood. Okay, the brotherhood between Luigi and Mario, which is the same brotherhood that's supposed to be between Israel and Judah, which because of these curses, we have been robbed or stripped of that brotherhood, because of the curses. But when you're in this truth, you see a small glimpse of it, you see a small glimpse of it. You're able to taste the glimpse of the kingdom of heaven, like me and a brother out there teaching. That's a small glimpse of the kingdom. But that's Judah. The brother is Benjamin, right? But that's still the southern kingdom. And then there's me. I represent the northern kingdom. I represent Zebulun and the rest of the. So it's like, the Lord. This is why the Lord said we'll have brothers like us, or the Lord might have you dealing with the tribe, right? Like, the Lord might have you dealing with like a Benjaminite. Like for me, my woman's a Benjaminite. See, that's the northern and southern kingdom coming together again. You see. Then you'll see the tribes coming together here. Like on this block, there's like a Judite and a Puerto Rican couple right there. There's like a Manassite right here with a Simeonite. So like this whole like the Lord is like intermingling the tribes or whatever, but in His truth even more so. So the tribes are always we always lived amongst each other, but this devil, he's made it to where you look at each other weird. You look at each other crazy. You live on the same island and y'all killing each other and y'all hate each other and y'all talk about, oh, I'm not black, and they're over there, them niggas are black, I'm not black, but you look like them, and that's the instruments of cruelty being in your habitation, man. Genesis the 49th chapter, the Lord said instruments of cruelty are in Ephraim and Levi's habitation, which they go into witchcraft, drugs, all kind of shit, warfare. But one of their strongest demons that they have is that hatred that they have for each other. Which they carry it over to America too. Because over here they don't like each other. It's gotten less fucked up, but back then it was like, you couldn't even be a so-called Haitian out here in these parts in the in the northeast. Like being in school and all that shit, and people used to look at Haitians and Levites as weird, especially Simeon, because there was a bunch of Simeon out here. But the Lord is breaking apart that mindset, that wicked spirit amongst our people, because at the end of the day, we all go back to Jacob, our forefather Jacob, whose name changed to Israel, which means he's the prince of the power. So we have to think like princes of the power. We have to think like, we can't think like niggas anymore. Mario and Luigi, one of the things that you see in that movie, they loved each other like hell. You could tell they seen each other and they were just happy as hell to like just be around each other and lift each other up. And that's the kind of spirit that Jake used to have. Now the spirit that they have is a spirit of niggas, of I hate you, fuck you, nigga, whatever, I kill you, I rob you, I stab you, whatever, man. You don't matter, So it's fucked up. It's messed up. But this is America for you, and you should want to get the fuck out of here because of this toxic ass. This is a toxic fucking place, bro. So Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 1, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots, and the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. Which that's our Lord Yahushua, right? Isaiah the 9th chapter say, unto us a child is born. The 6th verse, it says, unto us a child is born, you shall call his name Emmanuel. And upon him shall the government be, and upon his shoulder his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Right? Peace amongst the tribes. The Lord is about to bring peace amongst the tribes, man. Peace amongst the brothers, And you're gonna love each other again. You're gonna hug each other like Mario hug Luigi, man. You're gonna fucking start crying when you see what the fuck you've done. And you be like, my brother. Mario and Luigi, they fucking love the shit out of each other, man. And that's how Jake is supposed to be, man. The scripture said that you love one another with a fervent heart, But are our people keeping that commandment to this day? No. Nope. That's why the curses are befalling you like a motherfucker. That's why the white man's blowing you away. As we speak, in these streets. That's why you got drugs in your community. This is why your women are hoes. Because you don't know how to love each other as a people, man. But when, like the brother be saying, when adversity don't teach you, when the truth don't teach you, adversity will, right? So you're going through adversity, so you're learning. Why are you supposed to love your brother as yourself? Why are you supposed to worship the God, the Most High God in spirit and truth? Why are you supposed to not be a busybody in other men's affairs? Why are you supposed to not rob, steal, and not commit adultery? Because our people are Sodom's children, and they have to learn by adversity. The scriptures say, in the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. You've forgotten why you're in this condition. You niggas have forgotten why you came to America. You forgot why you came to America. You didn't come here for a fucking vacation. You didn't come here for a vacation. You came here to suffer and serve out captivity. You came out here to suffer captivity, man. You know what I mean? So that's why the Lord said, why is earth and ashes proud? You see a brother that's like onto yourself, and you think you're fucking better than him because you black, or because you light-skinned or something, or because you got a better job, because you was born in America and you got papers, and your brother wasn't. Fuck that nigga. He got a straight nose, whatever. So it says, verse 3, and Isaiah 11 and verse 2 again, the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. All right. And the Lord said, make him of a quick understanding, right? Verse 3, and he shall make him of a quick understanding and the fear of the Lord. That's the Lord Yahushua, likewise his men. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes. He shall judge righteous judgment, right? Neither shall he reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. The scripture say the meek shall inherit the earth, right? And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked, right? With the word, the wicked are being slain, you know. But at the commandment of the Lord, when the Lord gives the green light, like I was watching the Napoleon movie, the nigga said, "Send out the cavalry, send out the," you know. So the Lord is going to give the breath out of the breath of his lips, the wicked shall be slain. He's going to give the order for the Lord to for 2/3 to be destroyed, you know. And Matthew 13 says to separate the sheep from the goats, right? The Lord's going to give the order for these devils to go into captivity, you know, and all that. But he got to get the green light from the Father first for all things, so everything be done decently in order. The green light has to come from the Father, and then, you know, Yahushua had the permission to come down here and rescue his people, rescue his elect, and recompense his fucking enemies, you know, which start with the white man, even they that pierced him, Revelation 1:7, you know. Even though the scriptures say his children shall seek to please the poor, you know, here it is. And that's the spirit. I had this white guy. He kept staring at me. He had this little black boy with him. He was like standing right here. Like, he's up there now. I can see him through the rearview mirror. But he was just looking at me like super hard. I know what. I wasn't even paying him no mind. But he had a little black boy with him. You know, like a little. You know, I don't know if it's his son or whatever, or maybe. But his children shall seek to please the poor. You know, they ain't gonna be walking around here with Jake like this. They're gonna be serving Jake, you know. They're gonna be serving Jake pretty soon, man. You know. So yeah, it says, he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. That's right. And the righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. Right. But I'm gonna jump to verse 9. And they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of knowledge, the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, as the waters cover the earth, as the waters cover the sea. My bad. It says, in that day there shall be a root out of Jesse, which shall stand for ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek. Which Jake will say, this means that the Gentiles could be saved. That's not what that's saying. All right, the Gentiles gonna seek this. All right. It says, and his rest shall be glorious, right? And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, from Egypt, from Pathros, from Cush, from Elam, from Shinar, from Hamath, from the islands of the sea. All over the world was scattered, right? And we'll come back to the truth. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth, right? The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off, and Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. But what shall they do? They shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west, and they shall spoil them of the east together. See? It says, like Mario told Luigi, bro. Like Mario told Luigi, you know, he said, as long as we're together, nothing can hurt us, you know. So look at this. That's biblical, you know. That's biblical. But, you know, Jake, I guarantee you all these people that watched that movie, they didn't for 1 second look at it like that, you know. So he's showing you that when we watch things, we see things differently than the people do. You know, the people just see an anime or whatever, but we see deeper into things, right? So they're gonna fly upon the shoulders together, right? Like in the movie, right? They flew together and they beat fucking Bowser ass together, right? They were supercharged together through their brotherhood, you know. All right, they was able to team up, you know, and defeat their enemies. So they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west, and they shall spoil them of the east together, and they shall lay their hands upon Edom and Moab, because Edom and Moab are conspiring together against us. Matter of fact, 2 Ezra 15, all right, 46. They're conspiring together against us. Right? Asia, thou hast been a partaker of the glory of Babylon. Thou wretch, thou nasty wretch. You fucking Moabites, you've been living deliciously off of America and off of the backs of the Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, selling us plastic rice, you know, selling us nigger woman incense. That's fucked up, you know. selling us terrible products, and all kind of shit. So it's like Ezra chapter 15, verse 44. They shall come to her and besiege her, the star, and all the wrath they shall pour out upon her. It says, then shall the dust and the smoke go up into the heaven, and all that be about her shall bewail her. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. And thou, Asia, thou art the partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her. China is like America. You go to China, their cities are like they're better than American cities. They got KFC, they got Wendy's, they got fucking they got Walmart, they got all the shit that they got over here. But it's like even more industrialized, and everything's just newer. So the Chinese government is not like over here where they have to pass a bill to do something. They just do. That's why they have all these infrastructure projects and shit that they're running out there, and they're kicking America ass. But they used America. But pretty soon they're gonna bewail her because they can't make no more money off this place. Because who the fuck buys all Chinese shit? America. America buys all their stuff. All this shit. Everything was made in China because it's cheap labor. The people don't have a good quality of life over there, but they just the government itself, the country is doing kind of well, because of all the stuff that they make. But anyways, woe be unto thy wretch. So this the Lord described Asia as a wretch, the Chinese. All right, let's talk about the Chinese and actually the Ammonites. But Ammon, since they was defeated in World War II, they basically been like the white man's bitch since then. They've been the white man, the so-called white man. They go to Japan and do whatever they want over there. But they can't do that in China because China has more of a military presence. Japan is an island, which is not as powerful as China, right? Because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her, who America the great, the whore. Thou hast followed her that has hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of the power shall be dried up. The power of these fucking Moabites is going to be dried up as a flower when the heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, right? Because they're going to go into slavery. And as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. Would I with jealousy have proceeded against thee, saith the Lord, if thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalting the strokes of thy hands, saying over their dead when thou was drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore thou shalt receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, as thou hast done unto my people. Said the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger. All them damn Moabs are going to die of hunger. They shall fall through the sword. All these heathens, they're going to go through the curses. Deuteronomy 37. They're going to feel what we felt. It's cannibalism and all this shit. They're going to get STDs. They're going to get their hair going to start falling out and shit. They ain't going to be able to find women to marry. Because all their women going to want to get with us. And when you're in captivity, your own women don't even want to deal with you. Because a woman, at the end of the day, she wants who's ever in highest regard and power. Especially if she looks good. If she looks good, she wants to extract the most amount of resources she possibly can. That's why you could go and try to holler at a bitch with 1 million followers on Instagram. She's not going to mess with you because she wants somebody that's above her. All right. A woman always wants somebody that's above her, man. Because she was meant to always seek after her own survival and her own protection. And her own protection and survival comes by way of the strongest, most powerful man possible. All right. And nowadays, in this world, they have what's called social media, internet, which gives them access to any kind of man that they could possibly want. That's why they probably won't mess with you, even though you probably be a good dude, but you don't have the resources that a nigga that's a rapper drug dealer, will have, or a shot, or one of these hot BB sugar daddies. You don't have that type of resource, so they're gonna mess with that nigga over you. But come to find out, they're gonna end up regretting that, because usually they end up getting tossed around, passed around, until they end up realizing that they need to find a good man, and by that time it's too late. But that's this world, That's the white man's world, that seduces you and has you believe in a lie. So 2 Esdras 5:15-58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. See, so that's all coming against you, damn, you other nations, but namely Moab and Esau, because we just read it again. Let's go back to the point right here. Isaiah 11:14. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west, against Ham, right? The Philistines are Hamites. They shall spoil them of the east together, right? Moab, Ammon, all those eastern nations, they're gonna be spoiled by us. It says, they shall spoil them of the east together, and they shall lay their hands upon Edom and Moab. That's called slavery. And the children of Ammon, there you go, it's Japanese, shall obey them. You too. You ain't exempt. Okay? You ain't exempt. You're gonna serve because you are the reason why our people are looking at each other weird. The reason why they hate each other. You heathens, it says you help forward our affliction. The Lord is but a little bit displeased with us, but you motherfuckers, you help forward our affliction. You're happy to see us in this state, But like Mario told Luigi, as long as we're together, nothing can overcome us. Nothing can defeat us. Nothing can hurt us. That's what he said, But it was a heartwarming movie. It was a good heartwarming movie, which is very, very hard to find nowadays. These fucking movies be all demonic. Even when you watch a Lifetime movie, the dude be a mo, like you gotta take a step back and like really like they're trying to fucking desensitize you to this stuff. They're trying to make it normal for you to see two women on there, and the movie was good, but it had two women in it that were carpet munchers. It had two moles in it, but the movie was good though. The movie was all about making Jake look like drug dealers, but the movie was good. It's never anything positive when it comes to these modern day films. When it comes to these modern day films, man. Back in the day when we was growing up, we had quality entertainment that wasn't, agenda based, or it wasn't based on. We had quality entertainment, growing up. We had fucking movies like Finding Nemo stuff, Now you got to search hard to find a decent movie to watch, That's not tainted, But that movie, man, it was spiritual, And what Mario Luigi helped to create a better world after they defeated the enemy. They helped to create a better world through their brotherhood, through their bond. And that's what the northern southern kingdom of Israel is going to do. When they come back together, the world's going to become a paradise again. The scriptures say that the real quick, the whole creation mourneth, right? Right, for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. Even when you watch these videos, right, like these like even these Egyptians, they're like, the children of Israel, you got to come back. You got to come back to your lands, man. You are God's people. Like they literally said it. Like you got these Egyptian women that, like, on the video, they're like, oh, you are the children of Israel. You got to come back you got to get this white man out of the land, and you got to come back here. Because as long as this white man is here, goddamn, as long as this white man is here, you go. We're gonna keep suffering, because wherever this devil is, it says Malachi 1:4 is the border of wickedness. Romans chapter 8. And real quick, let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Yep. Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in us. That's right. It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature, right? The creature, which is really the whole creation. It says, waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject unto vanity, not willingly, but by the reason of him who subjected them to the same hope, who has subjected them to the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. See, the whole earth is going to go into the liberty of that we're going to give them, because right now they're in bondage under the fucking devil. Right, so it says in Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. So we're going to release them under the what? Into the glorious liberty of the children of God. Right, the animals are going to be released. You know, the scripture say the righteous man regard the life of his beast. Right, look at that. Speaking of a beast, right there. Why is these animals on a leash? Because this society is unsafe. You know, these animals feel unsafe around these devils. We don't need to have animals on leashes because of this world. You know, these animals are traumatized, bro. They can't even live. You know, these animals they're scared of Esau. They know Esau's a pig. Esau might try to grape them. You know, Esau grapes dogs, cats. Um, you know, he's into like goats and you know, shit. You got a nigga marrying a tree. So how much more a dog? You know, like they'll do that stuff. You know, so the animals are scared of Esau. You know, but they're not scared of us because they know that we're like they know we're different. You know, the scripture say a wise man regard the life of his beast. Man, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Cruel. The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Meaning like the most tender thing that they could do is still fucking cruel. The most like heartwarming thing that these fucking devils could do is still cruel, man. You know, but the righteous regard the life of his beast, man. You know, like this is why sometimes I let my dog come into videos and stuff like that. You know, I let her like show herself on the camera and stuff, you know, whatever, because she's always in order, man. You know, she don't make no noise or whatever. You know, and she understands her place. You know, but you niggas, you don't understand your place in the world. You don't understand your place. That's why the Lord said the ox knoweth his owner, his ass the master crib, but Israel did not consider my people. They don't know because you hate your brother, and that blinds your judgment. You hate your brothers. You hate yourself. You know, you hate the truth. So that blinds your judgment. That perverse your judgment. You can't see clearly. See, when you stop hating on each other and you stop being demonic towards each other, you know, and you actually show each other a bit of love once in a fucking blue moon, you know, wow, the Lord starts to deal with you. Isn't that a fucking isn't that amazing? You know, the Lord, what a thought experiment. Maybe I stop fucking shooting my people and selling them dope, and maybe we could be a prosperous community. You know, maybe I leave Egypt behind. Maybe I leave this Christianity shit that never did anything for me. You know, wow. You know, you try something different. You know, the scriptures say, well, actually, the definition of insanity is to do the same shit over and over and to respect the different result. You know, Jake never tried the truth. They never tried the fact that they're Israelites, Hebrew Israelites. They never tried that. You know, so yeah, once you try that, then what happens? You come back to life. You come back to this understanding that you once had. I will put you in remembrance, though you once knew this. You know, but all that rejected shall die in their sins. You know? Which they don't even believe in sins. They don't even believe in right and wrong no more. You know, this society has turned into they don't even fucking believe in right and wrong. There's no right or wrong anymore. You know, do as thou wilt. Do whatever you want to do and live how you want to live. And then, you know, Jesus, the white man, is going to forgive you at the end of the day. But first, you got to die by fire before you're forgiven. All right. And we don't want brothers to go to have to face that judgment, because the scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power. Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 1. Hear this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah. See, we all come out of Judah. We all come out of, because at the end of the day, we all come from the Lord Yahweh Shai, which is the first Adam. But we all really come from Judah. That's why we're all Israelites, even though we come looking different, right? The scriptures say we're Ephraim is as a cake not turned, right? We all come from the original, the forefather, which is Adam, right? We all come from Adam, but the chosen seed line is in Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Isaac, that was one of the reincarnations of Yahweh Shai, right? So Isaac was that we come from that seed line. We come from Judah. We come from, right? The Lord said, Hebrews the 13th chapter, real quick. I, the Lord Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, the same today. Hebrews 13 and 8, right? The same. That's the same spirit that was. See, that's why we all act the same. All the tribes, because we all come from Judah. That's why it says in Genesis 49, Judah, thou whom thy brethren shall praise, right? A lawgiver shall not go between thy feet until Shiloh come, right? And the gathering of the people shall be to Shiloh, to the top Judite, who is the Lord Yahweh. This is why all these people want to be Judites. Oh, you see all these guys, oh, I'm Judah. Why don't you want to be your tribe, bro? Why don't you want to be whatever tribe you're from? Because you want to be the top guy. You want to be the numero uno. I'm cool. I'll be number 75,000. That's still pretty cool. To be part of the 144,000. You want to be the number one guy. It's cool. I'll be number 50,000 or something. That's still pretty amazing. It's still pretty decent. You still rule. You still have position in the Lord's government. That's better than being a fucking heathen. That's better than being a 2/3. But you want to be the number one guy, and that's the pride of Jake. You're still gonna be a king and a ruler. That's pretty decent. Better than being a peasant in America. Hebrews 13 and verse 8. Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever. So the same thing, the same spirit. Coming back. All right. So we came forth out of the waters of Judah. Right. The waters meaning semen. All right. That's where waters come from. All right. Because we all came out of the waters. At the end of the day, semen is water. It's water. It's nutrients, protein. Right. But it's all it's life. That's where the life comes from, and that's blood. That's actual blood. It says, which swear by the name of the Lord and make mention of the God of Israel, the seed of man, right? We came out the seed of man. We wasn't brought here through immaculate conception, right? It says, but not in truth nor in righteousness, for they call themselves of the holy city and stay on themselves upon the God of Israel. The Lord of hosts is his name. Yahweh Shai name. I've declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them. And I did them suddenly, and they came to pass, because I knew that they are obstinate. And thy neck is an iron sinew, and thy brow brass. I have from the beginning declared it to thee. Right, real quick, Hebrews the 11th, no, the first chapter, right? I've declared it to you from the beginning. It says Hebrews 1:1, the Most High Power, who at sundry times and diverse times spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets, and hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, or by whom the worlds are made, right? So Isaiah 48 and 5. So I've declared even this from the beginning, how to declare it through the prophets. Before it came to pass, I showed it to thee, lest thou shouldest say, mine idol hath done them, and my graven image and my molten image have commanded them. So nobody's going to be able to say that the Lord didn't do this. The Lord wasn't the one that delivered us out of the north country. Nobody's going to be able to say that it was just a coincidence that Ephraim and Judah got back together. It's a coincidence that our women stopped being whores, and it's a coincidence that our women came back to us. No, it was all the Lord. The Lord is the one that's lifting up the beggar from the dunghill. The Lord is the one that's making the northern and southern kingdom to be able to be cool again, like Mario and Luigi, man. That's the Lord, man. because the Lord's the one that does everything. All things are in the hands of the Lord. So you piss the Lord off. He turns you against each other. He makes you to hate each other, right? He destroys you as a people. But you come back to the Lord, and he heals you again. He restores you. He makes your paths to be straight instead of crooked. He makes your people to love one another. He makes your counselors peace, as it says. Right? So it says, "Thou hast heard, and see all this, and will declare it. I have showed thee new things from this time, even things, and thou didst not know them." And this is a new thing. This is a new thing. Ephraim and Judah loving each other once again. That's a new thing, bro. That's a new thing. That's a new occurrence on the earth, man. Our people loving each other once again. That's a marvelous thing. When you see them not snaking each other, when you see them not lying and cheating and stealing against each other, right? When you see that's not a common occurrence, man. It's not a common occurrence. No, you see camaraderie, man. You see true brotherhood. You know, that's not a common occurrence, bro. Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 10, it says this. Start 9. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. After this manner, I will mar the pride of Judah and the great pride of Jerusalem. Nor the son of kingdom. This evil people which refuse to hear my words, which walk in the imagination of their hearts, and walk after other gods to serve them and to worship them, shall be even as this girdle which is good for nothing. See, right now, you tribes are good for nothing. You consider it as to be good for nothing. For as this girdle cleaveth to the loins of man, so I have caused you to cleave unto me, the whole house of Israel and the whole house of Judah, saith the Lord, that they might be unto me for a people, and for a name, and for a praise, and for a glory. But they would not hear me. So when adversity doesn't when words don't teach you, adversity will. The curse is gonna teach your ass. You know, do you like being fucking overweight, man? Do you like not having fucking hair? Do you like seeing your children over there retarded with ADHD and shit? Do you like that shit? I don't you shouldn't like that. You shouldn't like going to the fucking the white man doctor every time you get sick, you know? You shouldn't like to have to eat pork, shrimp, and lobster every fucking day. Or some type of general what's it called? Dollar General food, man. But that's what Jake is out here eating. They're out here living off of government assistance, man. Our people are kings and priests. You know? So that's why the Lord said you're good for nothing right now, right? Because you're likened unto a heathen, and a heathen is good for nothing. A heathen is only good as long as they're serving. They were created to serve, just like a woman. A woman is no good unless she's serving her man. She's no good. What is she doing now in this world? Wasting herself. As pretty as they are, as good looking as they are, they're over there wasting their fucking lives. They're wasting their goddamn lives doing nothing, buying into this American dream, buying into this feminism. You know, the reason why in our communities our people believe in this shit is because our people are not together. When we was together, we didn't follow the ways of these fucking nations. We didn't follow um um after the oppressor, man. You know, we didn't follow after fucking Esau, man. We didn't follow after Moab. We had our own government in place. We had our own kings. We had Solomon. We had David. We had the kings of Israel, man. Yes, they wasn't perfect, but at least we was sovereign in our way of thinking. But now look at Jake, man, destroyed for a lack of knowledge. But the Most High did it to you. You did it to yourselves, really, because you niggas, you turned your back from the living power. Because not all of our people turned their back. Not all of our people turned their back, because you always had a remnant according to the grace. You always had a remnant according to the grace of the Most High. You know, which you have that remnant today that's calling on the names of the Lord in truth and sincerity. That's worshiping the Father in spirit and truth. Those are the remnants. Or that remnant. The election. I said Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 14 says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will perform that good thing which I have promised unto the house of Israel and to the house of Judah. In those days, and at that time, I will cause the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. And in those days shall Judah be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely. And this is the name wherewith she shall be called, the Lord our righteousness." All right, because it says what? Jerusalem, who is free, is the mother of us all. In the book of Galatians. All right, she shall be called free. Galatians chapter 4 and verse 25. It says, For this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia, and answereth to Jerusalem, which is now is, and is in bondage with her children. All right. That says verse 26, but Jerusalem, which is above, is free, right? Which is the mother of us all, right? All the Israelites, Jerusalem. Jerusalem is free and is the mother of us all, right? We ain't heathens. We ain't from these other nations, right? We are Hebrew Israelites of the respective tribes. And when you come back together as a nation, you you defeat the wicked one. You're able to defeat any adversary that comes up against you. But as long as you niggas fight against the truth, as long as you make your forehead against the Most High, the Lord's gonna make His forehead hard against yours. And He's gonna continue to rock you to sleep. He's gonna continue to have you out here vexed. Until the point where you be destroyed and you come back. And you do things the right way, man. As a people, you learn to love one another. You learn to have compassion for each other. You learn to love each other like Mario and Luigi loved each other, man. Which is a cartoon, but it's real life shit though. It's real life though. It's real life shit. All right. So it says, verse 17, for thus saith the Lord, David shall never want a man to sit upon the throne of Israel. Neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me to burn offerings. Ooh. Hey, the Sakari man, the Sakari was saying that that we was gonna have burnt offerings in the kingdom. That's a cold cut, as brothers would say. That's a debunking this. That's debunking that statement that they made. Saying that in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be making sacrifices and for sin and shit like that. Why would we be doing that? We're not gonna be sinning. Jeremiah 31:31, right? The Lord's gonna make a new covenant with the house of Israel, man. And He's gonna take away the wickedness from our people. So what are these guys talking about? Neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me to offer burnt offering. We're not gonna have to offer burnt offerings for sin no more. That's basic. That's basic understanding, right? According to us, because at the end of the day, all things are Jeremiah. Sirach 39, real quick. Let's get that. As everything, as things are playing onto the holy sword, they stumbling blocks onto the wicked. You know. Sirach 39 and 24. As his ways are playing onto the holy sword, they stumbling blocks onto the wicked. This is basic, right? For us, it's basic, but these niggas, they can't seem to comprehend the fact that we're not gonna be we're not gonna be offering sin offerings in the kingdom. That would make the sacrifice of our Lord Yahushua of none effect. Right now, we're not sacrificing bullocks and stuff like that. So how can we be sacrificing them in the kingdom? You know, well, we're gonna be a perfect people. You know, showing you that Jake is not there in the head. You know, Jake is not there. Either they sold out or they just not men of the Lord. You know, one of the two. You know, either you sold out to the white man or to the devil, or you just ain't one of the elect. You just a nigga. You know, twisting up the word, twisting up the scriptures, not loving your brother. Oh, because them guys are not a example of brotherly love. Them Sakari dudes, they're over there fighting with each other. They're over there talking shit. You know, they're not an example of love. They're an example actually of what not to be. You know, you want an example of what not to be the gorilla Hebrew in them. You know, the party Passover and naked bitches at the Passover. That's the example they're setting. You know, the scripture said to be an example unto the flock. Right? You lead by example. These Jake of today, they don't lead by example. They do as they as the Lord told the disciples, right? Do as they say, not as they do. But they do not as they say, right? Yeah, that one's a tongue twister. They do not as they say, right? Um Jeremiah 33 and 18, neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me to offer burnt offerings and to kindle meat offerings and to do sacrifice continually. And the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, saying, thus said the Lord, if you can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night, there should be not day and night in their season, then may also my covenant be broken with David, my servant, that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, and with the Levites, the priests, my ministers. As the host of heaven cannot be numbered, neither the sand of the sea measured, so will I multiply the seed of David, my servant, and the Levites, my ministers. You know, so this is why Israel is saying this. See, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, saying, considerest thou not what this people have spoken? The two families which the Lord hath chosen, all right, northern southern kingdom, Mario and Luigi, right? Drawing is parallel, all right. Which the Lord hath chosen, he had even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. Thus saith the Lord, if my covenant be not with day and night, if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. I will cause what? Their captivity to return and have mercy on them. The Lord's going to have mercy on the northern and southern kingdom, man. Right? For all their iniquities, man, that they have done. For all the wickedness, man. Zechariah 8 and verse 13, it says, and it shall come to pass. Matter of fact, let me start at verse 11. But now will I be unto the residue of this people, as in the former days, saith the Lord of hosts. For this seed shall be prosperous, and the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things. Woo! I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things, the elect. For the seed shall be what? Prosperous. The vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things. And it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Fear not, and let your hands be strong. For thus saith the Lord, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, saith the Lord of hosts, and I repented not.
So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. These are things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Teaching them lies, causing them to have stomach block, and not being a nigger towards each other. Right. Speak every man truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his brother, and love no false oath. For all these things doeth the Lord hate. Uh, it says, and the word of the Lord of hosts came unto me, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, the fast of the 5th, the fast of the 7th, the fast of the 10th shall be to the house of Judah joy and gladness and cheerful and feast. Therefore, love the truth and peace. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, it shall come yet to pass that there shall come people and the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, Let us go speedily to pray before the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai, and to seek the Lord of hosts. I will go also. It says, yeah, many people. It says, yeah, many people and strong nations shall seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem, and to pray before the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall they take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, We will go with you. We have heard that God is with you. But right now, God, the Most High is not with all of our people. The Most High is only with the elect. But in them times where the brotherhood of Ephraim and Judah is back together at once, you know, we're gonna have that superpower that Mario and Luigi had, man, to be able to defeat anybody. So nobody could come up against us, nobody could do nothing to us, and nobody could defeat us. When that love is there again amongst our people. And let me close out with this, because here it is. The only thing, for the most part, you experience in this world is a number of hatred and backstabbings and revelings and dark ass demonic energy. But soon all that shit will be dissipated from amongst our people, man. Will be eroded away from amongst our people. Hebrews 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue, man. All right. So with that, a call I'm like how Bashem El Shai, Bashem Kakodash, the water to for this truth, the water to the Lord for this truth, man. And double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, where we learn this truth, which is a red flag when you stop giving double honors, when you stop acknowledging them that taught you this thing, man, because that's part of the charity, that's part of the love, that's part of the scriptures, man. You know, First Peter is 1:22. I got to read this. Seeing that ye have purified your souls and obeying the truth through the Spirit, unto the unfeigned love of the brethren, see that ye love one another with a pure heart fervently, being born again, not of a corruptible seed, but of an incorruptible, by the word of the Most High, which liveth and abideth forever. For all flesh is as grass, and all the glory of man is as the flower of grass, that withereth, and the flower thereof falleth away. But the word of the Lord endureth forever. And this is the word which is by the gospel preached unto you. All right, so with that, shalom. Shalom.